There was once a very pretty girl. Her mother had made her a red cape, and the girl wore it so often that everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother asked her to take some cakes to her grandmother, who lived on the other side of the forest. She advised her not to dawdle along the way, because crossing the forest was very dangerous, and the wolf was always lurking there. Little Red Riding Hood picked up the basket of cakes and set off. The girl had to cross the forest to get to her grandmother's house, but she wasn't afraid because she always met lots of friends along the way. The birds, the squirrels. Suddenly, she saw the wolf in front of her. He was huge.
"Where are you going, little girl?"
asked the wolf, his voice hoarse.
To my grandmother's house.
The wolf thought to himself for a moment and turned around.
"I know where your grandmother's house is. It's not very far."
Little Red Riding Hood put her basket on the grass and entertained herself by picking flowers. Amused, she said,
The wolf is gone. I have nothing to fear. Grandma will be so happy when I take her a beautiful bouquet of flowers as well as the cakes.
Meanwhile, the wolf went to Grandma's house. He knocked gently at the door, and the old lady opened it, thinking that it was Little Red Riding Hood. A passing hunter had seen the wolf arrive. The wolf ate Grandma and put on the poor old lady's pink hat. He got into her bed and closed his eyes. He did not have to wait very long, as Red Riding Hood arrived right away, happy as can be. The little girl approached the bed and saw that her grandma was very different.
Grandma, Grandma, what big eyes you have.
"All the better to see you with,"
said the wolf, trying to imitate the voice of the little old lady.
Grandma, Grandma, what big ears you have.
"All the better to hear you with,"
said the wolf.
Grandma, Grandma, what big teeth you have.
"All the better to eat you with."
As he said this, the wolf pounced on the little girl and ate her up, just as he'd done with her grandma. Meanwhile, the hunter had been worried, and thinking that he could guess the intentions of the wolf, he decided to take a look to see if everything was all right at Grandma's house. He asked for help from a reaper, and together they went to the house. They saw the open door of the house and the wolf lying in the bed, sleeping from a full tummy. The hunter took out his knife and slit the belly of the wolf. Grandma and Little Red Riding Hood were there, alive. To punish the big bad wolf, the hunter filled his stomach with stones and then sewed it up again. When the wolf awoke from his heavy sleep, he felt very thirsty and went to a nearby pond to drink. As the stones were heavy, he fell head first into the pond and drowned. Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma suffered no more than a scare. But Little Red Riding Hood had learned her lesson. She promised her grandma never to talk to strangers along the way. From now on, she would always take notice of what her grandma and mother said.